Hey, welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. My name is Salvador Briggman. Today we're talking about Start Engine. So Start Engine is an equity crowdfunding website that you can use to invest in startup companies under regulation crowdfunding. Even if you are not an accredited investor, you can now invest in startup companies. I'm sharing with you how to do that, a tutorial using Start Engine in today's video. Okay, so let's get started. When it comes to Start Engine, you come to the main page here. You can see some of the different offerings. You can learn a little bit more about some of the cool stuff they've done over the years. Over $135 million has been invested, over 300 companies. So some really interesting stuff. And if you're interested, you can go and check out any of these different companies. So you have here, just for example, Elio Motors, which was a big Start Engine and Regulation A+ campaign. This was another Start Engine for Regulation A+, MedX, Reg A+. These are all Reg A+ campaigns. You also have Regulation Crowdfunding, which is, at the time I'm recording this, $107 million that you can raise. $1,070,000 that you can raise when it comes to that, and also Xcraft, some of these other ones. So you can go and browse these things on your own time. But I want to show you today, when it comes to these specific campaigns, a little bit of the ways they differ from some of the other platforms, and also how to invest. So when it comes to ways that are different, I noticed that Start Engine, first of all, has much higher minimums than WeFunder or than Republic, from what I've done from my own browsing around. So for example, for this campaign, I recently had on my podcast, Use Solar Inc. Their minimum is $249. This company I also had on my podcast. They've done a six-figure campaign thus far. They have a $276 minimum investment. And you come here, if you were to check out and try to invest in them, you can see the minimum has to be $276. So this is a little bit of a higher ticket entry point than it would be for WeFunder or for Republic, at least from what I'm seeing at this point in time. There's also a processing fee when it comes to the investment. With Republic, there is not that processing fee. However, with WeFunder, that is also the case. In order to invest in a company, first of all, you'd want to do a little bit of your research. You want to watch the video. You get a sense of what this company is offering, how they're different. I think this company is really interesting with some of the stuff they're doing and some of the practices that they have for virtual training, especially now, I think in today's environment, work at home, learning, and all that kind of stuff. So you can learn a little bit more about the company, and you can watch the video and such. When you are ready to invest, basically, if you don't already have an account, you're just filling out all of your basic information, your address, phone, legal resident or not, payment type, that kind of stuff. Then you have to put the signature in here. This is basically designating with the other companies as well that investment is risky. You can cancel your investment at any time up until 48 hours prior to the target official offering deadline. So you can cancel your actual investment up to 48 hours, and you acknowledge it may be difficult to resell the securities once you actually put the money in, because obviously it's a liquid, and there's no secondary market really for these securities. In addition, there is this standard limit that you have as an individual when it comes to investing using regulation crowdfunding at the time I'm recording this. And just so that you're aware, that is something that is based on your income, your assets, your net worth, those kinds of things. Now with Start Engine, they operate a little bit differently than some of the other companies that are out there. With Start Engine, in terms of the fees, you can see this here. The fees basically are 7% of the total capital raised under regulation crowdfunding, an additional 2% in equity, as well as $10K in deferred revenue that we collect when the offering is complete. And also just has an asterisk there. Percentage charge may fluctuate between 7 and 12% based on the method of investment and fees associated. Now, one of the things that I should mention as well is when it comes to investing, it's really kind of up to the company. You see, the vast majority of our offerings are free for the investor. However, the issuer can opt to offset the costs by having investors pay a percentage in the form of a processing fee. So this fee is charged to the investor on top of the price of the shares. This is kind of selective, company by company. So for example, if you're coming to one of these companies, you decide to make an investment and you see this processing fee, this is because the company actually elected for that to happen. So I just submitted my investment, and now in order for them to verify, they have to verify my email address, and then the investment will be pending. So I bought 400 shares at $276 for this company, and that will be the next step. So that's the next step. Is it says that has been submitted, and the amount includes a 3.50% processing fee of $9. Thank you for your investment, and you can invest in Start Engine and earn bonuses when investing and participating in campaigns. You can see the offering circular, risk related, etc. One of the things that I did find kind of odd with this investment process was that at no point in time was I asked to create an account which is really strange to me. So basically they processed the investment, it showed up in the transaction, and it says that the card was charged and everything. Congratulations, I'm an investor. And then in order to view the progress of your investment, you have to log into your investment dashboard. But the problem is that I didn't never receive the login, right? So I'm going to have to contact the company and see what that means, because when you go for example, if you're making an investment, you put in your information, date of birth, email address, phone number, all this stuff, but there's no step here where you create an account with Start Engine. So I'm not exactly sure when that happens. When it comes to signing in, I tried signing in with my email address, but I never had a password that was sent to me. So I'm gonna have to follow up on that and see what's the deal there. Okay, I spoke too soon. So now there's this step where I got an email that was basically saying, thank you. This is, happened a couple of minutes after my investment. Basically saying that you can now create an account for your particular investment. And so this is really where it would happen. So I was a little bit confused there for a second, but you'll basically then be able to create an account. So I just created an account. And here we go. Thanks for signing up for Start Engine. You can start investing, or you can get a company there. And you can see my login. So I'm going to see and view my investments. And here we go. So this is my dashboard. So I have regulation crowdfunding campaigns, regulation A+. I have one regulation crowdfunding campaign. You can see the startup shares amount, submit it pending funds arrival. It has been charged to arrive in escrow in 3 to 5 business days, and it will show when this happens. So up until 48 hours before the closing date, if you aren't happy with your investment, you can always ask for a refund for that, the same way that Kickstarter, Indiegogo kind of does with their crowdfunding platform. Start Engine definitely is one of the biggest leaders when it comes to this space at the moment, at the time recording. I also have some great videos out there on Republic and on WeFunder, so make sure to go and check out those videos. In addition, I have the book Equity Crowdfunding Explained, which really helps people that are trying to raise money with equity crowdfunding, but also go a little bit into investing strategy and such. But just some advice there. And also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, come subscribe, and let me know if you want me to put more videos out there when it comes to equity crowdfunding. This is Salvador Briggman, and I will see you next time.